We're looking at the lights now. 3, 4, 5 red lights. We're set for a wet Grand Prix here in Silverstone. Who will get the jump? It's Tyler on pole. He'll lead into turn 1. Jordan will get swamped around the outside. No, he won't. Sparks has spun in the midfield. He's down to P20. We have everyone sideways through Village. It's currently Tyler that still holds the lead. It's Jordan in P2. Wex hot on his heels. Travis right behind and Clarkson up to P5. Championship leader Ryan Cox already up to P12. Everyone is on the wet tyre. And you can see the conditions are torrential. Still green though, so we've kept a clean start. Travis around the outside at Luffield. We want to get a charge on now. We'll have to see from qualifying who has the best setup in the rain. And who sacrificed some of their qualifying positions to be better in these conditions. He's already up to P11. But it'll be Tyler that leads the opening lap here at the British Grand Prix. They're all locking up and running wide. We see a yellow flag. It's RH winner. He's been spun at Vale. And he's down to P19. Puckers might have logged out of the session. Sparks up to P17 now. As we saw him spun at Abbey just here, 1 lap ago. So now can line up a move here on the Mercedes ahead. Get the switchback. Can he get on the throttle much earlier? We'll send it to the inside. Through Village onto the Wellington Straight. Side by side, and here comes Bio down the inside. It'll be 3 wide into Brooklands. Jakey currently still ahead, but it's Bio down the inside now of Snag. So Bio's managed to have a good run here in comparison to Ryan, championship leader, and Bio goes up to P8 before they get to Cox. Jakey Salvo still holds on to P7, but this Alpine is charging towards the front. It's currently a 3-second gap between Jakey and the pack ahead this season, but it's Clarkson that's putting on the pressure here to Wex. He won't make a move into Abbey. It might be into Farm or Village. They sent it to the inside, the outside. The Haas goes down the inside, but he backs out of it. Jordan picks up a 3-second penalty. He's currently P3. He just doesn't have the pace so far as the Haas runs wide. Now Jaden joins this battle. And Bio is closing in. So we saw a few laps ago it was a 3-second gap. It's now down to 1.4. And Wex will hold on to P4. But Clarkson will go around the outside. What a great move there from the Haas driver. And we'll see how Jaden can line up this Aston Martin. These two are good friends here in P5 and 6 respectively. But they've got Bio closing in behind. He's using the ZRS. Apparently just got over 20 to 30% left. So he's used it all trying to chase here. Jaden's run a bit wide. We saw Clarkson do it to Wex 1 lap ago. So this Alpine can get the move done for P6. Jaden runs a bit wide. The Alpine tries to fill that space. And he goes to P6. The Ferrari will extend it back down the inside. But the Alpine will get the traction. And he's now looking to Wex ahead. Start towards the back of the field. Bio did. He's already up to P6 after 6 laps. It's hot on the heels of the Aston Martin already. Can he now get him into the hangar straight? He's got the better exit. Gets a little loose on the curb. Sparks picks up a 3-second penalty, but they're going to be side by side into Stowe. Can the Alpine send it around the outside? He sends it down the inside. Will they make contact? Aston Martin Sparks, but it's the Alpine that comes out on top. He's up to P5. Runs a bit wide. Can Wex strike back? He might not want it. Dead Heat picks up a 3-second penalty. He's down in P15 at the moment on his debut. As we just see Clarkson that's spun on the main straight. He was inside the top 4. He was the next on Bio's list to hit. And he's got some front wing damage. This could ruin his race after 7 laps. He was P4 as we see Docs in the second Williams trying to send a move on Techie. We'll go around the outside now. These two should easily get the Haas in front. Now Ryan, championship leader. He was sending it down the inside of the Williams, but backed out. He's currently P12. Currently 80 points and leading this championship so far after the first 5 races. He wanted a challenge tonight. He started himself down the back and he's put himself in a lot of strife so far. He's down in P11. He should get clocks, and we just saw Docs make a mistake. And he's up to P10. He's finally in the points. It took him 7 laps. As that Haas of Croxon should enter the pit lane this lap. He's suffering terrible understeer. Not sure if he'll be able to make it to the end as he makes contact with Sparks in Chapel. The Aston Martin holds on. We'll see if his wet tyres can do another 20 laps. I don't know why he's trying to go around the Aston Martin now. He might want to stick it out, but the top 2, top 3, everyone's entering the pit lane. It might be into conditions. This might save Cloxon. But it's Jaden that stays out. Jakey Salvo has spun entering the pit lane, and it's a safety car. Those that have stayed out of Jaden and Snag will have to sit behind the safety car here, and their strategy could be done for this Grand Prix. So will Captain Stardust, Techie, Docs, and Sparks. Didn't choose to pit. It's Tyler. He was the race leader. He's now exited the pit lane on Inters. And here's the first car that is pitted. Travis and Jordan close behind. Safety car restart. We'll have to see if these top 6 decide to stick out. It is clearly into conditions now. We'll have to see if we get to dries before the end of the Grand Prix. They'll all enter the pit lane except for Docs. So Jaden has been disqualified. He's ignored the yellow flag. I'm not sure what's happened there. He's entered the pit lane. He might have overtaken the safety car before he got to the pit lane line. And he's been disqualified from this Grand Prix. It goes from bad to worse. He's lost his front wing as well. There might have been some contact, but he is out of this Grand Prix and he is left in rage. This Grand Prix, it's Docs that leads so far. See when he decides to go. Currently a Williams 1-2. He's going as slow as he can, and he's put the foot down now before they get to Vale. It's only a matter of time before these Williams swap positions. He'll lead him to the green, but here comes his teammate round the outside. Will it turn to the inside for turn 1? He's going to have to wait. They make contact into turn 1. Here comes Jordan, Bio, and Travis behind. All for the race lead. Here comes Tyler around the outside. It'll be the inside for the next set of corners. Travis off the road. Bio up to P3. Tyler takes the lead. Travis has got a 3-second penalty. He's still off the track. And we've got a yellow flag again. It's a safety car. It's Cloxon in the midfield that is DNF'd on the entry to farm. And his teammate Ted Heat spun before he even got to the green flag. Back to green here in Silverstone. He gets a perfect jump. He's got over a half a second to Bio. We'll look behind. We'll see if anyone's close enough now. Here comes Ryan around the outside into Abbey. He gets the move done. He's up into P4. We see Docs down in P17 now. He's had a mistake on the safety car restart. We saw him enter the pit lane after sticking out on the wets. Line up to P4. Can he put the pressure on Wex ahead? Wex is right on the back of Bio. Bio's run wide. Wex up to P2. The Alpine has not had the jump he wanted. They've lost a second and a half to Tyler ahead. These three got to work together here. There might be 12 laps remaining. But we saw from the opening stint, Tyler can get up to a 7-second lead with his pace advantage. Ryan nearly loses it through Cops. Bio's right on the back of Wex once again for P2. We'll go to the hangar straight. We'll have to see how everyone uses their ERS. They'll all be full after that safety car. Will we see the Alpine return to P2? We'll go down the inside into Stowe. Will it leave the door open for Ryan behind? The Ferrari's just not close enough, but Bio's up to P2. Is there a 1.6 second gap? Can he get this Alpine hooked up? He cuts the corner. He's off the track. And it's Wex up to P2. Bio's made a major mistake in DeVale. He's got Travis now close behind. He will go down the inside at Abbey. Taipan up to P5. Woozy, everyone is swamping Bio, who's off the track. There is something wrong with this Alpine. He's gotten a 10-second penalty for going off the track there. And his race hopes are out. It's now Tyler that leads by 2 seconds over Ryan, who has managed to get past Wex from P2 in the opening sector. So it's a good night of points so far for McLaren, with both inside the top 8. As Ryan runs wide there, he's lost a lot of time. It's down to 2 seconds now. So he's lost over a second and a half with that mistake at Cops. Could that define the race? We saw him gain some time back in the previous lap. Sparks picks up another penalty. But Wex hasn't been able to capitalise. It's 2 seconds that separate each other inside the top 5. The next battle pack is down with Woozy and Taipan. Snag has lost a lot of speed here. He's down to P10. He's lost some front wing, in fact, which is why he's lost so much time. He enters the pit lane. And that could be his race done. Jordan's back up to P8 after pitting during that second safety car after having some front wing damage. He's got the 2 McLarens ahead. Woozy's looking for a move for P5. Could this be his first points of the season? Just over 9 laps to go. He gets the exit. He'll go round the outside at Village onto the Wellington straight. And he's up to P5. Will he keep the door open for his teammate close behind? The Mercedes will have the inside line. Will he push out the McLaren? No, he won't. And Woozy can't get the switch back. But here comes Captain Stardust down the inside of his teammate. And the Mercedes will hold on. And they'll be side by side between the McLarens. Stardust goes up to P6. Jordan close behind. And they're joining the Mercedes train now, currently for P5. Stardust looking to size up Mercedes. Can he get a move done into Stowe on the hangar straight? Jordan has got a 3-second penalty. He's currently P8. He's in this battle pack. And I believe Tyler at the front has got a 3-second penalty as well. So the race leader has made a mistake here as Jordan goes down the inside. He'll get the move done. We'll look closer up ahead. They're side by side into the final few corners between Taipan and Captain Stardust. McLaren get it done on the switchback. Mercedes blocked perfectly. But Stardust will jump up to P5. He'll look to keep it there and get a gap, but his teammate's being swamped at the moment. Woozy's back down to P8. He's side by side with Sparks. We'll see if he can hold on. And Jordan will now down the inside of the Mercedes at Farm. And Sparks around the outside of Woozy there in the background. And this battle pack's just slowly starting to string out now after Taipan has been passed by Stardust and Jordan. Jordan's looking up for P5. Get it done. But after his mistake and incurring that 3-second penalty, Ryan is now right on the back of Tyler. He's closer than ever. It's down to 0.3 of a second. For the first time in this Grand Prix, Tyler is under pressure. Can he withstand it from the championship leader? As we see, Ryan has not used any of his ERS. We'll go on board with Tyler that has. So the Ferrari has an advantage here for when they get to the hangar straight if he wants to use that ERS. Cleanly through. Ryan was the only active driver here tonight that had won a British Grand Prix in seasons gone by. He's looking to make it 2. He's got a big Williams ahead of him as we see RH winner and I believe Captain Stardust pick up a 3-second penalty. So everyone's penalties could cancel out here, but at the moment Tyler will be losing the race win with his, unless Ryan can incur one of his own. But it won't matter if he wins it on the track. Travis enters the pit lane, but it's spicing up for the race win here. They were side by side onto the Hamilton straight as we see 3 cars enter the pit lane. Could it be time for slicks? Everyone's entering the pit lane. Everyone's going to put on the slick tyres. What is the strategy here? The top 3 have stuck it out. They're sticking with the Inters so far. Are they going for a non-risk strategy? Could they be sticking out for another 4 to 5 laps? Everyone else is on the softs. Travis will be the leading car in P7 for the Alfa Romeo team. He's going to have to make up some considerable time because he was a bit behind these guys. But it's now the race lead that will change for the first time under green conditions. Ryan takes the front. And DRS has now been enabled. So we'll see if these top cars enter the pit lane. The track still looks visibly wet. There's no spray. Could we see if this Williams has the speed on the dry tyres? We saw him take pole before. Ryan decided not to do any running. Could that help the Williams here in getting accustomed to the slick tyres? Ryan will enter the pits. Will we see anyone risk it? It's getting drier by the second. Wex also enters. We should see the 2 McLarens enter as well. They might double stack here. They're just a little too close. But it's Travis at the moment. He's the lead car on the softs. Can he get a podium? He might not be close enough for the race win. But his tyres will at least be closer to warm temperature. Ryan still holds on to the lead in the pit lane. McLarens did have to double stack. That has majorly hurt Woozy. One of them needed to pit on the previous lap. But it's Ryan that exits the pit lane, holding the race lead. Tyler close behind. Travis only a few hundred meters behind in P3. Jordan up to P4. Wex is down to P5. So his decision to stick it out is majorly harmed him here. He's got his teammate now hot in his heels. Although he doesn't have a penalty, Wax, he needs to be within 3 seconds of Jordan ahead to actually gain a position. At the moment, it's these front 2 that are nose to tail. Could we see this Williams take the lead here on the 22nd lap of 26? He's in the DRS. He's got the slipstream. He'll go around the outside of Stowe. Can he get it done? Ryan fends to the inside. Williams keeps it there. He'll have the inside line for Vale, but he'll turn to the outside for Club. He takes the race lead as they're about to resume lap 23. He takes the fastest lap with it with a 1:31.8. All Ryan has to do is stay close enough. He can win it on penalties. He doesn't need to risk it. He can't make a mistake. We have a yellow flag. Jordan is spun out of P3. You see him in the wall there. His luck can't get any better this season. He's in the middle of the track. He's lucky he wasn't taken out by someone there. And he adds another DNF to his tally this season in OF1C. It'll be no points. He might have collided with Travis for P3. We'll have to see post-race as Docs gets past Taipan for P7. His front wing is intact, so he just doesn't have the speed. He's lost over 2 seconds this lap to the leading pack. Lap 23 now. Can Ryan take the race lead back into Stowe? Yes, he does. He has a full bank of ERS. He hasn't touched it one bit. He is saving it to this last lap. Tyler, in comparison, he's on the limit. He's nearly around 10%, which could majorly hurt his straight line speed. And he's just not got the exit there. It's 0.5 of a second now separating this top two. And Ryan takes the fastest lap with it with a 1:30.9. We could see a change of position here in the closing laps for P3. Travis has made a mistake. He's down to P4. Dox takes the fastest lap now, but it's Wex up to P3. There is an issue with this Alfa Romeo. He must have collided with the Red Bull. And we could be on for a double Aston Martin top 5. Travis has not been able to hold on to this Alfa Romeo. And Dox from the very back of the grid is currently P6. He's closing in as well. But Stardust is in the wings. He'll go down the inside. They bump wheels into Brooklands. Williams holds the inside line for Luffield. They've got Taipan close behind. Set him up to Copse. They made contact on the way. The McLaren was so much faster. He'll go around the outside. And the Williams will hold on. They made contact through Woodcote. He thinks about it in 2 maggots. But they're closing in on a lapped car. That is Puckers. Sparks has a major loss. He's off the track. He's in the wall. We're on board with it. He's out of the Grand Prix. He's made a major mistake here on the penultimate lap. And Aston Martin's double point streams are left in the barriers. He's going for the fastest lap once again. We saw he saved up his ERS through Stowe. He'll put Ferrari in victory lane again tonight. It's a 4-peat for Ryan Cox in OF1C. He'll win the British Grand Prix in comfortable fashion and takes the fastest lap with it. It's Tyler that will take P2 on his debut. Wex will hold on to P3 with no penalties. He will keep that. Everyone else behind, it could all change. Travis will cross the line in P4. Dox in P5. Stardust P6, but Taipan should jump them both. Indeed he does. He goes up to P5. Dead Heat goes to P8. Techie across the line in P9. RH winner. He won't grab onto these points. It'll be Woozy instead on penalties that will take his first points of the season.